What is up everyone, welcome back to another video. FPL Harry here, and today we're finalising my Game Week 6 team selection. What is up everyone, FPL Harry here and welcome back to another video. Today it is Game Week 6 team selection time. I'm going to talk you through how my team is lining up, my potential transfers, anything I have confirmed as well going into Game Week 6. I apologise that this video is so late to be released. There were so many different things that I needed to decide on, and I finally think I've got a clear structure on what transfers I want to make, and I didn't want to go recording a video before I decided that and end up changing my plans and everything like that. So I haven't confirmed the transfers that we'll talk about later in the video, but I'm pretty much there. I just want to wait and see what price changes take place tonight before the Game Week 6 deadline tomorrow morning. Before we do that, a quick recap of how I got on in Game Week 5. My Game Week 5 team is up on screen now. I got 78 points. It was a very, very small green arrow. I moved from about 251k to about 248k, so very small green arrow, but I'm pretty happy with that given that I didn't captain Erling Haaland this week. I captained Salah. That late assist for him did move me from that red arrow into that green arrow, and I can't complain given how well Haaland did. If any of you captained Haaland, again, let me know in the comment section how many points you got. You must be absolutely flying. Now, Sanchez didn't keep his clean sheet. He's been really good this season. I can't hope that he keeps a clean sheet every single week, but hopefully he gets back to those ways in Game Week 6. In terms of the defense, Cancelo returned to what we knew he's capable of doing. We saw it with Trent last week. We saw Cancelo this week reminding us what he's capable of. And then we had new signing Saliba come in. A big mistake for me to bring him in. He only scored 1 point against Aston Villa, and I'm already considering transferring him out because Reece James is fit and back in training. Trent, nothing for him, but it's okay given what he did in the previous game week. Into midfield, of course, Captain Salah. Very happy with that. It wasn't quite Haaland, but 2 assists, 2 bonus points. Still very good return. Martinelli got his goal again, blanked the previous week, came back with a 10-pointer. One of the best, and if not the most underpriced player in the game this season. Gross didn't end up with anything, a bit unfortunate. And then, of course, Rodrigo picking up that injury, and we'll talk about what I'm going to do with him in just a moment. But not pleased with that. He played a total of 32 minutes in my FPL team before I'm going to have to transfer him out because he's going to be ruled out for 3 to 4 game weeks. If you've got him in your team, unfortunately, we're going to go and have to sell him. And then finally, Andreas Pereira was actually one of the highlights of my team. Got 6 points, picked up an assist. Very pleased with that, although it was against Sanchez. Still happy with the points, and Fulham do look really good. Mitrovic, a player I continue to look at. Haaland, we've spoken about. If you owned him and you captained him, well done. Congratulations on that massive haul. I'm still happy I've got him, and actually I think I might captain him going into Game Week 6 as well after Pep's press conference comments today. And finally, up front, we have Gabriel Jesus with a 6-pointer. So an okay, tiny green arrow for me again. I'm really happy with it, given what Erling Haaland did and what I didn't get from Salah as my captain. Let me know in the comment section how you got on. What is your overall rank now, and what points did you score in Game Week 5? But now let's move on to my Game Week 6 transfers and team selection. So the first player we got to talk about is Rodrigo. I'm going to have to sell him, and there are a few players that I am looking at, 2 of which play for Leeds. I bought into the Leeds fixtures and I do like them still, and I think they're a team that are going to score goals. Jack Harrison we've got, and then we've got Aronson as well, a little bit cheaper as an option. I like Harrison probably more than I like Aronson, but there is a little bit of I need to see what the potential price changes happen tonight before I decide if I can go and buy Jack Harrison as my Rodrigo replacement. I'm eyeing up 3 transfers over the next couple of weeks, being Ivan Toney in for Archer, Rodrigo to Harrison, and then Saliba to Reece James, but I'm currently 0.1 short of these transfers, and Reece James is predicted to fall in price this evening, so I will have to wait and see if he falls in price. If he does, then I'll go and buy Jack Harrison. If not, I'll have to find another option. I do like Almiron as well at 5 million. Crystal Palace at home this week, and then Bournemouth at home in a couple of game weeks' time. They haven't signed a right winger as well, which looks like it's going to be Almiron's price to lose. Now, I don't necessarily think he's a fantastic option, but at 5 million in those couple of fixtures that I could play him before a wildcard, I think he has the possibility of doing really, really well, especially now that St. Maximin is out injured. You could look at Almiron as a bit of a cheaper alternative to St. Maximin. So I am definitely considering selling Rodrigo. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be this week. It would be a -4 if I decide to sell them this week, because I'm guaranteed to make a forward transfer, and let's look at those options now. So, as I mentioned, I am going to make a forward transfer, and there are still 3 options. I haven't 100% decided on who I'm going to go with. Same as the previous video, I like Isaac, although he has a dead leg, which doesn't necessarily bode well for his fitness this week, and I need to bring in players that I expect to return pretty soon in the next couple of game weeks. Next up is Mitrovic. Again, the next couple are difficult against Tottenham and Chelsea. However, both those teams have Champions League and could use that Fulham game to rotate, and Mitrovic could definitely be in amongst the goals in those fixtures. And then after that, Nottingham Forest in game week 8, and then a nice run of fixtures to go on. And then finally, we have Toney, a player that I've really looked at. Although he's blanked in the past couple of games, and he actually fell in price last night, I am predicting that I am going to go and buy Toney. Leeds and Southampton in the next 2 are definitely winnable games for Brentford, and he's always involved on penalties as well. Mitrovic versus Toney is a decision that will go right down to the wire. I'll probably make all of these transfers on my deadline stream as well. So if you want to have a confirmed team selection, turn those notifications on, make sure you're subscribed, and turn up to my deadline stream 2 hours before the deadline when I will confirm my final transfers. But I am going to sell Archer, guaranteed this week. I just haven't 100% decided who I'm going to go with. So moving now to my team selection, who I'm actually going to start, who I'm going to bench, whether I think I'm going to make 1 transfer, whether I'm going to make 2 transfers, everything like that. Before we get into it, if you haven't joined the league code above, you haven't joined the Discord, all the links you need are in the description down below. And while you're there, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. But in goal, Sanchez starts. Leicester this week. Leicester have been so hit and miss this season, really struggling, lost again to Manchester United in game week 5. They're going to need points, and they maybe will be targeting Brighton, but Brighton have been so good, and I expect them to win this game. Into defense, Trent, Cancelo, and then Trippier comes in. Again, happy with this defense. I do expect a little bit of rotation for some of those top 6 sides who play in the Champions League and Europa League after game week 6, but I'm hoping that Trent and Cancelo both keep their place, and then I'm happy to bring Trippier back in. Zaha of Crystal Palace has been in such good form, so that clean sheet might be difficult to come by, but I am hoping for Trippier to get something out of this fixture. Into midfield, Salah in there again, Everton away. Those derbies are often very difficult to predict, but Salah's looked better in the past couple of games. He is being involved. Now, Darwin Núñez and Jota are both returning from injury. It's going to be interesting to see exactly how Liverpool line up. If you've got Diaz in your side, you might be getting a little bit worried about who's going to line up and whether he's going to be as nailed as he has been so far this season. Next to him, we have Martinelli. Again, Manchester United away. An okay fixture. Manchester United have turned the corner and look a little bit better, but I do expect Arsenal to do well and hopefully continue on their unbeaten run, given that I have a few of their assets in my team. Next to him, Pascal Gross. Again, Leicester at home. Leicester are conceding goals for fun. Danny Ward, who's on my bench, I'm never going to start him because they are conceding so many goals and he's just not making save points as well. So hopefully Gross can come back to the point scoring and goal scoring ways. I'm sure a lot of you have brought him in this week or in previous weeks as well, and we need a few more points for him before we decide to sell. And then at the moment, I'm only going to plan on making 1 transfer because I am starting Andreas Pereira. I do expect Tottenham to rotate their squad going into this Fulham fixture because they play Champions League football during the midweek after game week 6, which I think means there's a chance that Andreas Pereira and Mitrovic get something in this fixture, meaning I don't necessarily think it's worth a -4 to go and bring in a Rodrigo replacement this week, and he will be on my bench, and then I'll sell him next week. And then up front, we have Haaland, we have Gabriel Jesus. Again, they've led the line for me since game week 1. Haaland with a great fixture away at Aston Villa, and then an away fixture for Jesus against Manchester United, but everyone owns these guys as well. We'll have to consider in a minute about who I'm going to captain, but I do think I'm going to bring Toney in. The next 2 fixtures are too good to turn down. I can then move sideways to Mitrovic if I think it's worth doing, potentially have a free transfer by then, and then I can move that, but I am focusing on the next couple of weeks where I think Toney can do really well. In terms of captaincy, now we've heard in the press conference today, Pep has come out and said Haaland is only 22, he's recovering really well, basically implying that he has the ability to play lots of games in quick succession, so I am going to be captaining Haaland. There's not a good enough captaincy shout elsewhere in my team for me to move off Haaland. Salah didn't do it really enough for me in game week 5, a couple of assists, but one was off his shoulder, so I am going to be captaining Erling Haaland, expecting him to start in game week 6. I will be picking a good vice captain in Salah if he doesn't get on the pitch and doesn't play, but I do think he'll get minutes in this game and of course can do really well. Let me know in the comment section who you're captaining. Are you going Haaland or are you moving on to someone else? Do you think I should go and take that -4 as well? Any questions about your team as well, drop it all in the comment section down below. Again, I'll be live before the deadline going into game week 6 to confirm my transfers live, but I will be planning on bringing in Toney and potentially a -4 as well. Thank you all so much for watching. Good luck in game week 6 if I don't see you before then. Apologies that this video was a little bit late. I wanted to show up in my mind what my transfer plans were going into this week before I revealed everything to you all. If you are enjoying the content, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for 30,000 subscribers, and I'll be back again very soon.